Perhaps like these newcomers, Bob and Joan Fisher, you'll get your first introduction in the Elizabeth Information Center. This is where they find out details of the sort of home they can have, the kind of life they'll lead here. The Fishers are a little early for their appointment, but I dare say they're anxious to get settled. Oh, since you phoned, I had my secretary hunt up some photos of houses I thought you might like.
Oh, this is attractive, Bob. I like the porch idea.
Looks nice and light, too.
How about this one?
Yes, I rather like that. But I think this is perhaps more in my style.
They've all got nice big windows, haven't they?
Well, I don't think we'll have any trouble finding a really nice home in Elizabeth. Now, jobs. What's the employment situation like? Are there any big firms close by?
I thought you'd ask that. You'll find that in Elizabeth, the factory areas have been planned close enough to the houses to be convenient, but of course, not too close. There are many factories making a wide range of goods and calling for a large number of trades. Food mixers and kitchen appliances are made by this well-known English company. And here they make parts for pneumatic equipment of many kinds. Yes, there's a big variety of factories growing up. Pinnock sewing machine, for example. New factories create new jobs. And in Elizabeth, there are new factories. All types of industry, light and heavy. General Motors Holden's, one of the largest, heads a list of names known the world over. And General Motors Holden's is pretty big business up this way now, with a modern, well-equipped factory in very pleasant surroundings. In the Elizabeth factory alone, over 1,500 people are employed on 2 shifts. And shortly, this factory will cover 1 million square feet of working area. There's certainly employment opportunity, and skilled labor in particular is always in demand in this country. Factories like this, continually expanding, mean more prosperity for Elizabeth. In General Motors Holden's plant in Adelaide, over 6,500 are employed in almost 2 million square feet of factory space. Here in Adelaide, refrigerators and washing machines are manufactured. This company produces the Simca and Chrysler cars, right here in South Australia. And here, a light industry employs a large number of women. But whatever the job, light or heavy, and no matter how pleasant the working conditions, after a good day's work, a pint at the local agrees with any man.
Now you're really talking.
Oh, Bob will be all right. What with a handy job and the local just round the corner. But what about me? What are the shops like?
You're taken good care of, too, Mrs. Fisher. Whatever suburb of Elizabeth you live in, there's a shopping centre in your neighbourhood handy to get at and supplying all the family needs. And there's the main city centre. Big shops, stocked with the world's finest merchandise. There's plenty of room to shop here, and the covered walks certainly help. In fact, I think the Elizabeth shopping centres are as modern as you'd find anywhere. Spacious arcades, second-level window displays, and good roomy shops. A modern supermarket supplies all the housewives' needs. There are suburban shopping centres throughout Elizabeth, too. And while they're shopping, young mothers can visit the trained sister at the Mothers and Babies Health Centre. You won't have any problems, because houses, jobs, and shopping, the 3 basic needs of the family, are planned and laid out for convenience. You've got 2 children, haven't you?
Yes. Kevin's 12 and Brenda will be 9 this month.
Well, there again, careful planning has put the schools close to the homes, just as the factories and the shops are. There are primary schools with buildings and facilities of a really high standard. And for the more advanced pupils, there are splendid secondary schools that continue education up to matriculation standard, with a wide and varied choice of subjects. Everything is modern and up to date. Classrooms and equipment are the finest. Teaching standards are of the highest. There are technical and domestic science schools offering training in manual arts and home crafts. And a few miles away in Adelaide is the university. All in all, the education system in South Australia is one of the finest in the world. And the schools of Elizabeth are well up with this high standard.
Well, it certainly seems like a fine town.